Welcome back to episode 2 of my Pillars of Eternity playthrough. So we started the last time pretty much just with the character creation and just got into the opening of the game here. So this is our campsite where we start the game. As we heard in the introductions, we are stranded about 1 day away from this Gilded Vale we're going to. And we have to be there by tomorrow, that's expected. But a tree is blocking the path, so we need to clear that. And meanwhile, Malagant here, my character, is ill for some unknown reason. Strange illness, it says, I think. If you hold the mouse over it, it doesn't work. Well, he's ill. And we've been assigned this lady, Kalisha, to follow him to find some berries, which should apparently make him feel better, and someone should also dig up some water somewhere. We're not apparently involved in that. I haven't played this game at all, so I don't know very much about how the functions are in this game. That's what we're going to investigate now. I can see this icon up here, party AI is active. I have no idea what that means. Apparently it is some kind of auto control from the computer to my teammates. I can toggle that on and off. I don't know if I have any influence on this AI in any way. No AI script selected. Right click for details. Oh, here I can decide. I think I need to know what kind of a character she is before I decide that. Perhaps I do that by clicking the C button, perhaps? Yeah, that was right. C for character. It always works. So we have a level 1 fighter. Great. I'm a barbarian myself, as we saw in episode 1. So what would I like her to do if I was to set her up for an AI? Then I think I would like her to hold her ground, otherwise I will tell her to act. The fighter uses vigorous defense when engaged by more than 2 opponents, uses unbending when below 50% endurance if per rest is enabled. Defender is enabled by default, and if disabled will be re-enabled at the start of the next combat. So she's told to defend herself. Okay. And to hold her ground. What's the none then? So she's not going to do anything. Okay, use per rest abilities. Okay, so these are daily powers. So this is whether or not I want her to use those. I think I would like to be in control of those. So this is what the AI should do by itself. Otherwise I will influence. Okay, and then I can see the weapons she has. A torch in one hand and an axe in another. And here I can talk to her. This is empty. Is that because it's her backpack or something?
What you need?
Looks like it. And then these are her skills. Second wind. Some kind of healing, I would expect, because that's what it is in D&D. Yes, that's the exact same. Oops, now I moved her over there. That wasn't the plan. Then we have the knockdown. That's also pretty obvious what that is. So if I decide to talk with her, how does that
Springberries
work?
grow wild all over the place here. Keep your eye out.
Yeah, springberries. That's the name of the plant we're going to find. Oh, what was that? Okay. So, what have we down here? Attack. That makes sense. Cancel. Select all. So then I choose both my characters. Yes. And then I can also just choose one. Can I also just... Yeah, that's usual. And then I can choose different formations. Right now this one is fine. Camp. I have a 0 here. Is that because I don't have camping supplies? But we do have a camp already, so that's fine. And what is scouting? Scouting mode is used both for stealth and for finding hidden objects, like traps and secret containers. While scouting, your character's selection circles will start to fill with yellow when a character is starting to detect them. Once the circle fills yellow, the character's suspicions and we'll move to investigate while the circle fills red. If the circle becomes fully red, your characters will be discovered. A character's ability to find hidden objects is based on his or her mechanics skill. A higher mechanics skill allows them to find objects at a greater distance. Okay, so we're not going to do that right now, but I can do it. Then I do it for the entire party at once. So moving toward a character accelerates how quickly they will detect you. If you actually touch the selection circle of a character with your own, you will immediately be detected. I'm not sure I understand. Moving toward a character accelerates how quickly, that makes sense. If you actually touch the selection circle of a character with your own, okay, that makes sense. That's pretty close, really. Okay, so the game is paused right now, but now we are scouting, and we can do that as a party. Great. And this is some kind of compass. And this is also where we pause the game. And then we have our inventory. And then we can see both characters' inventories. Let's see, I wear a mail armor. So that gives me a DR, that's a damage reduction, I would believe, yes, of 9. So as I understand the descriptions in this game, it's when I get damage, then it will take off the first 9 hit points or endurance from that. Or I don't take those 9 in endurance damage when I take a hit. So that's how it's not like in D&D where the armor class defines whether or not it hits you or not. This just takes off the top of the damage, as I understand it. Then I carry 2 weapons: a spear, one-handed spear, the piercing damage. Accuracy versus deflection, that makes sense. My accuracy to hit, and my opponent's deflection to avoid the hit. And then I have it is a dagger I have in my hand here. One-handed dagger. Slashing damage, and again accuracy versus deflection, that's pretty much the same I would expect. So these are my weapons. And then I have 100 gold and no camp supplies. And my stash is empty at this point. And then there's a crafting menu. Whoa, select a recipe. We don't know any recipes yet, it seems. Great. And over here I have things that are not equipped. Gaunt's Pledge, a ring. Right click for details. This item grants the ability to shield the wearer from the myriad perils that plague the world of Eora. An aspect of the god Eothar's Gorn represents the harvest of old age, symbolized here by the many interlocking sickles that form the ring. As Gorn helps protect the dignity of old age, so too do his followers pledge to prevent young life from being harvested before their time. So this actually gives me 2 of these Gaunt's Pledge per rest. And what does Gaunt's Pledge do? Okay, so it's a healing. Plus 15 endurance. That doesn't sound like much. I have 65. Okay, but why not equip it? Shouldn't it be equipped? How do I equip it? Just drag it over? Yeah. And then what's this? Giant miniature space piglet? So a space pig? This tiny titanic pig has an otherworldly appearance that seems to be at odds with its endearing behavior. It follows you dutifully and requires nothing in return save companionship. Can I get it? Oh, it is a companion. I can put it down here. Will it then appear? Yes, it appears. Ah, sweet. So cute. Okay. So that's my inventory. Then if we switch down to Kalisha, she also has some armor. Scale armor, that's medium. I think mine was heavy. No, that's also medium. Okay. And she carries a battle axe in one hand and this torch in the other. She also has 100 gold. I don't know if this is shared gold. Perhaps this down here, camp supplies and gold is shared. I don't know. We'll see when we start making money or finding camp supplies. Okay, these are... So it's not much we have at this point, but it's what we need. Great. That was inventory. Then we have character sheet. I already looked at that. I'm not going to go into details with this yet because I don't know that much about it really. I think I need to see this play out, but of course the higher damage bonus the better. All pluses here are good for something. Damage, hit points and endurance, probably reflexes, probably also has a it's for avoidance. What's that called? What was the? So it makes it harder to hit you, I would expect, with reflexes. Perception, accuracy is included here, and reflexes also. This is intelligence, right? Yeah, intellect. So willpower here is an important area of effect. I don't know how much I will be needing that, but... And finally, resolve, granting concentration. Deflection is the word I was looking for. I don't know if reflexes has a significance upon deflection. Sometimes I think these stats are interwoven. But this is new to me. I will learn as we go. Great. So that was the character sheet. Here we have our journal. I would expect our quests to be here. Yep, there are 2. The Gilded Vale, I think, was the first one when I started the game. Gilded Vale is said to be one of the most prosperous villages in the Direwood, full of opportunities for work and wealth. I was told they're offering land to new settlers. So, quest, journey to Gilded Vale. And then I also got a moment's respite. A sudden sickness has come over me. The caravan master has urged me to make a remedy before my condition worsens. Collect some springberries to concoct a remedy. Those are my 2 quests at this point. And then the journal itself, I have a biography for myself. Few people truly understand what it feels like to be forced into the service of another, stripped of freedom and dignity alike. But until recently, this had been your lot in life. Hard labor, chains, and the ceaseless gaze of a master. That's because I was a slave. You fell ill traveling with a caravan bound for Gilded Vale. The caravan master sent you off with one of his guides, Kalisha, in search of a remedy. And then we have the encyclopedia. I'm not going to, well, there are perhaps no entry. Yeah, okay, there's a lot of entries. I'm not going to run over that now. And notes is for myself to write down important things, I would think. So nothing there this time. And then here we have a map of our encampment. What's this, world map? Seems like it. So where is our encampment? Oh, this is Gilded Vale. That's where we're going. It does not seem to be possible to see our camp at this point. Oh, this looks very much like the capital, huh? Well, Gilded Vale is where we're heading. Though I cannot see my present location, the encampment on this web map. What have we here? A stronghold. You do not own the stronghold yet. Okay. So I can get a stronghold. This looks exciting. And finally, this looks like some options. Yeah, I know that one. Great. So I think now I have checked out everything that's of the obvious things here. And then I need to remember to press the spacebar quickly when a battle... No, that's set up for the auto pause whenever a combat starts. Just so I don't need to worry about that. Okay. Can I speak with people? Or how does that work?
Go on then, before it gets too dark.
Most people you encounter in the world are neutral or friendly. You can interact with them by clicking on the selection circle. Many characters will simply greet you and go on their way, but others will have larger conversations to explore. The merchant, Heodan, has a conversation that opens a store with equipment for sale. That's probably why he comes up if I press the tab key. Oh, he's not the only one. So the tab key, that's also pretty common in this kind of type of games. Shows everything I can interact with, both things I can loot and people I can speak with. Probably also doors I can open and things I can investigate, apparently. Interesting. Let's check these funny green rocks. These tall glass green pillars appear as if they sprouted from the earth. The flickering fire sets shadows dancing within. Interesting. There's a caravan here. Don't mind Odima. This is as good as a place to camp as any. Am I allowed to lockpick these things, or would that be considered a crime? Yeah, it's locked. I'm aware of that. What if I right-click? Difficulty 1, mechanics 0, lockpick 0. I have no idea what that means. So it means that I pretty much cannot do it, or what? Oh, mechanics. No, I don't follow. Doesn't matter.
What you need?
Who I use?
Well? Where there's a pick, there's a way.
Okay, we'll probably learn about that later on. For now, I don't seem to be able to lockpick this or open it in any other way either. Let's speak with this one here. Caravan life doesn't agree with you, does it? You look as raw as the merchant Haven. Yeah, but that's because I'm ill, you know. Actually, there's more of the map to explore, but perhaps I should just stay here, check things out first. Okay, so this is looting. What does this number 16 mean? Is that... I haven't got this. Oh, that's just... Okay, so that's the character I choose to loot the things with, and the number here is empty slots, perhaps? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, that's probably it. Okay, what have we got here? Dye wooden clothing. That's not really that interesting. And lockpicks, that's more interesting. We'll just grab it all. So, does that change anything here? No. Okay, I understand it now. I have 1 lockpick, which means I need to have 1 in the skill mechanics to do that. But my skill is 0, and that means I need 3 lockpicks. I think that's what this means. I hope. We'll see if we can find something else. Another caravan here. All kinds of beasts in these woods. And then you have the tribes. Yeah, I heard about those. It's best not to wander alone, especially so near the ruins. I'm not alone. I have Kalicia with me, fortunately. I suppose you wouldn't know much about Glanfathans. They're mighty protective of a place like this. Yeah, I heard so. I've traveled with Odima before. He's never led us astray. I wonder what I can use this...
Anyone need supplies? I've got sundries for sale.
Yeah, I'm coming in a moment. I wonder if I can use this filler for anything. This little space piglet. It just follows me. It doesn't say that it can do anything. Well, we'll see later on if it gets some significance. I see more and more people on the roads these days, looking for safety in towns and cities, it seems. Yep, we are none of those places at this moment. You really don't look so good. Odima was right to stop. Oh. I had to stop anyway. Just need to point that out, because the tree blocked the road. Could that be an ambush, by the way? Don't mind Odima. This is as good a place to camp as any. Caravan life doesn't agree with you, does it? Okay, so these are going in circles. It's the same thing as they say. They don't have unique names either. It's all Caravaner. So that's probably the reason for that. Let's see if we can open this one. So, what's that? A potion of minor regeneration. And some copper. So, minor regeneration gives a plus of endurance, but it's not an instant heal. As it seems it's going to take 12 seconds to take the full effect. So you need to heal a little earlier than one in the bottom. These blue-green liquids are attribute with powers of recuperation, restoring energy and liveliness to the weary or morose over a period of time. Okay, so this is an important item. I haven't decided who's gonna carry what at this point. We'll find out about that later. Now let's check out this merchant, Hayden. Let's see what he... I probably don't... well, I have 100 gold. Perhaps there is something. You see a man wearing simple but mostly neat clothes. He's transfixed, however, by a ragged tear in the seam of his tunic.
Brought a whole wagon full of goods to sell, but not enough shirts for the road.
He shakes his head and laughs when he notices you. He scratches one cheek with his knuckles. It's covered with uneven stubble, as if he hasn't quite gotten used to the shaving on the road. Okay.
Say, is there anything you need? I've got some basic traveling supplies for sale if you'd like to take a look.
Yeah, I would like to see what you got, but first I would like to talk to you. Who are you?
I'm a trader, originally from the Adir Empire, but I've been trying to establish new business out here. Life on the road has brought some unexpected challenges, to be sure. And I'm sure you've noticed how prickly the locals can be. But we're here to make the most of things, right?
He looks at his wagon and grins screwfully. Yeah. If you think these caravanners are prickly, watch out for those axe-wielders Odema mentioned. He laughs. That's excellent advice indeed. You now have one rank in a disposition reputation. These reputations represent how people perceive your personality throughout the world. Even seemingly nasty reputations will be favored by some people, and benign reputations often bring out the worst in certain people. No disposition is inherently good or bad in Pillars of Eternity. Okay. So how do I see how this affected me? I now have a rank in a disposition reputation.
Something else you need?
I wonder where I can
Looks like
see
we're
that.
settled for the night.
Tell me about the Adir Empire.
It's not as big as it used to be, but it's still big. The mainland is a continent northwest of here, but the colonies used to include Raed Ceres and the Deerwood. About 150 years ago, Deerwood won its independence from the Empire. A fact our companions are quick to remind me of.
He gives you a lopsided grin and nods at the other scattered caravanners. So Deerwood won its freedom in some kind of rebellion from the Empire. And the Empire is what name? We don't know that or what? Well, we'll probably find out. Why'd you move all the way out here?
Because it seemed friendlier than Raed Ceres? My brothers took over the family mercantile business a few years ago, and there wasn't enough for me to do back home. I moved out to try and expand.
He shrugs. Deerwood is a former Adir colony, so it seemed like a good place to start. And as much as I admire the Red Sirens' work ethic, they always struck me as a little fanatical. Sounds reasonable enough. Out here, I'm just taking it one day at a time. Great, let's see what you got. Stores allow you to trade and sell your equipment for copper pieces or items in the store's inventory. Merchants buy items from you at a greatly reduced price. If you sell something, you may see it appear in the store's inventory with a much higher cost. Stores periodically refresh their inventories. So if I sell something and regret, then I'm going to pay dearly to get it back. Important to remember. So for now, I have this clothes that I don't see any use of, as it pretty much just gives a DR of 0, which is damage reduction. And no enchantments. Though most Direwodens originated in the Adir Empire, Direwoden clothing has changed a great deal since the initial waves of colonization. Direwodens favored tough garments, often made from wool and deer skin. Due to the changing weather of the eastern reaches, vests and other layers are common in Dawoodian daily outfits. So I can compare. Obviously it is worse than what I carry now, yes. But I can also enchant it. Okay, I don't have the ingredients for enchantments at this point, it seems. Not that I know how to do it anyway. We'll find out later, but that's something I would like to sell, because if it actually, yeah, it has a value of 20 copper, why not get it? So this is retrain characters. Oh, this is expensive. I can probably make him something else. I don't want to do that, but I would like to sell lockpicks. I won't sell, but this. So how do I do that? Can I get 75 copper for that? Seriously? It says here it has 20 in value. I'm not sure I understand. Just need to make sure I'm not buying it. This is what I carry. So if I say trade now, then I get 75 copper for that. Well, I don't need it. Let's go ahead. Great. So, oh, no, I'm not going to buy that. So I can buy a crossbow, great sword, hunting bow, pike, quarterstaff. Oh, whoa, he has a lot. But I have no idea what I need at this point. So that's... Who can use what equipment? Can I see that here? No. Is it like in D&D where they have proficiencies in specific kinds of weapons? Or how does that work? Elegant reputation. Elapsed time. This seems just like some kind of statistics. I don't see any kind of specialization in specific weapons or proficiencies or whatever they would call it. Could that really be true, that you can just use any weapon? What does this one say? Well, it seems like it. I'm not gonna buy anything new at this point though, because I don't have that much money and I don't want to waste it on any unusable item because I missed some stats somewhere. I would like to find out if there's some kind of quick save in this game, so I don't have to go in here every time I want to do that. Let's see, we have the party with the game. Is that probably, yeah, quick save, F5. Good. So I'm gonna do that. And then I think I spoke with everyone, so now I should just investigate the environment. What about the journal and the quests? Don't they have a quest marker? Don't they leave a quest marker on the... It doesn't appear to be that way. Because I don't see a quest marker on this map, do I? No. Well, we'll find out about that. Let's just investigate. For starters, we'll investigate this area here. I don't need to worry about anything this close to the camp, I figure. So, our horses, all on cradle, some kind of mushroom or something, seems like. The fallen tree doesn't budge. Sap oozes from the jagged
Not
wound.
looking forward to trying to lift that thing tomorrow.
Yeah, that's the actual reason that we can't get any further. Not my illness. Can I do anything down here? Doesn't seem like it. Exploration is key in Pillars of Eternity. As you'll make your way through the eastern reach, open the area map to see what parts of the map you've already been to and what's left to explore. Yes, I did that already. And I'm doing it once in a while to make sure that I get everything. I don't seem to be able to get in there though. What have we here? Bridge. I have a feeling I want to investigate the rest of the map before I start crossing the bridge. Just, oh, an animal. Can I do something with it? No, it doesn't seem like it. Oh. Travelers maybe? Or looters? Or bandits? Bad sign. In any way you figure it. The corpse is cold to the touch and a ripe smell vaults from its in putrid waves. A dark crusted bloodstain besmirches its simple linen clothing. So not dead in any natural way, certainly. I worry, I save. There's another guy dead over here, but this one I can loot, apparently. Leather armor, that's medium armor. As I recall it, we have a 9 and a 7, so this is just not good enough. But there's another set of lockpicks here. That's fine. Oh, there's more down here. Skeleton or something. Doesn't seem like I can do anything with these, though. Okay, so this was actually not that dangerous, even though I was a little worried about that. I'm gonna wait with that bridge until I have checked out everything on this side of the stream first. Just a feeling. Doesn't appear to be anything here either. Was that a stair? Stairs? Looks like stairs, but I can't walk on them, so. There certainly are more ruins here. Ooh, what's that? It also looks like a dead end. Very much, really. Let's check it out. Earned Lady. Is that some other kind of mushroom? Why can't I see these things here? Is that because they are in the crafting menu or something? It's like the one I picked up in the other end of the map. I don't see that either in my equipment. How is that? Why is that? Is that because I eat it right away? No, I've gained an ingredient. So where do I see my ingredients if not here? Crafting would be obvious, but... So maybe it's because I don't know any recipes yet? Well, we'll find out. Later. For now, it just disappears. I don't understand.
Let's check by those outcroppings.
Outcroppings? A word I'm not sure I understand, but probably has something to do with this. Oh! Pillars of Eternity Combat uses a pausable real-time system because you will often manage more than one character at a time. It's a good idea to pause the game, issue orders, and resume real-time to see the orders play out. The options menu also contains many choices for automatic pausing when certain conditions are met. For instance, the start of combat, which is the one that's on here. I saw there was a lot of other options, and as I get more experience, I would probably want to switch those a little. But here we have a young wolf. We can see we don't know any of its defenses or damage reduction yet, so we will probably learn about them by fighting them, so we are smarter the next time we run into them. I think that's the point of these question marks up there. Well, anyway, there's no way out of fighting this one. So let's see how that works. I'm a barbarian. Oh, what's that? Oh, that's the ring I carry. So these are quick slot items or something. And this is my healing. This is my barbaric yell. And I can use that twice per encounter. And I figure an encounter is a battle. So there's no point in not using it, right? Oh, don't use it now. Because it's not inside my area. Okay. Oops, what happened there? So how do I attack it? Just by going like this with him? I think that's what I do now. It also shows up here. Current action. Yes. What can she do? She can do... Oh, she's a...
Well?
So both a barbarian and a
What you
fighter
need?
has the second win. And she has the knockdown. So might as well use that. I figure. There's no point in not doing it. Okay. And when I get close with my barbarian, I think I'm gonna do that barbaric yell. To see if I can scare this little wolf. Okay. All characters in the game, friend and foe, have 4 primary defenses against attacks. Deflection, Fortitude, Reflex, and Will. These defenses are based on the character's attributes level, items, and other effects. Accuracy is compared to the appropriate defenses when an attack is made. If accuracy is below the target defense, the attack suffers a penalty to the roll and is more likely to result in a miss. If accuracy is above the target defense, the attack is more likely to result in a crit. Okay, we're paused again. I would like to make this yell now. Just try and scare the wolf. Can you turn the camera here? You can't. And she is just
What you need?
regularly attacking now, but I don't know if I can see whether or not that knockdown worked. Well, let's see what happens. Seems like scaring it actually worked. What happened there? Sometimes a weapon or spell simply isn't well suited to penetrate an enemy's damage reduction. When the attack hits the DR, the DR will wipe out all but a small percentage of the incoming damage. You'll hear your characters complain about it when it happens. Take heed, note the damage type that's being blocked, and switch to a weapon or a spell that does a different damage type. But I didn't hear them. I didn't hear any of them complain. But I can see here that it's okay. So it is both prone and frightened at this moment. So for now we just strike it down, I think. That seemed to work well. You scored a crit. A crit is a better result than a hit, and they are more likely to occur when the attack's accuracy is higher than the target's defense. Attacks that do damage will do more damage on a crit. Attacks that inflict status effects or afflictions will have increased duration on a crit. Graces are worse than hits and suffer decreased damage and effect durations. Okay, we managed the wolf, so we can loot it. Actually pretty unhurt. Wolf hide. Well, we can sell it, if nothing else. And then I would like to see, did she get the knockdown back? Yes, she does. So we can, there's no point in not using these when they are combat or encounter specific. So it's just about going ahead and using them. Great. Battle is over. We cannot investigate this.
Of course.
Gross thing. But that was a pretty easy battle there with the wolf. Probably wanted to start us off easy, I guess. Oh, we're not together. Clearly prefers to be together. Is that back to our camp? Yep. But there's still a little bit up here, unexplored. Oh, some kind of plant. So that's another ingredient. I haven't really discovered what I can use these ingredients for yet because I don't have any recipes. This path winds through a narrow canyon back the way.
Shouldn't stray too far.
Back the way you came. Grooves in the road mark the passage of hundreds of caravans. Yeah, we are not going back. I just want to make sure that we have checked it all out up here. Great, great. So. Ooh,
This
are
is it.
these? Yeah. These are the berries we're looking for. As you receive quest... Oh, that's... Okay. Start over here. As you receive quests, your journal will update with relevant information. If you ever get stuck, open it up to review your notes. Thank you. And Kalisa has a slave comment. Is that because she's a slave, or was a slave, or because I was one? Oh, it's because I was. It says here in the dialogue. So what's the slave doing in the free palanets of Direwood? Guessing those marks on your back didn't come from loving caresses. Yeah, why was I a slave? I was on a galley at sea. Yeah? How is that? How is it you happen to come here? We conspired against our masters. When we found an opening, we took over the ship and sent them overboard. You do what you can to survive. What else can someone be expected to do? Exactly. Kalisa breathes in her surroundings. Been a long time since I've been this way, but I always did like it. Lord Raedric's offer makes a girl think. I'll give him that. You here to settle like the rest of the lot? So Lord Raedric is the lord of this Gilded Vale that offers people to come? It's a hard offer to pass up. You won't find many offers like that in these parts, believe me. Got some big plans in store? I'm going to settle here and start a new life. Well, who knows? Raedric pays well enough. Maybe we end up neighbors. Anyway, I'm wasting time here. Odaima will give me an earful. Let's be on our way. Well, I talked about me. You didn't. Why are you here? Kalisa sighs unevenly. Her eyes search the ground at her feet. My sister moved out here some time back. She sent me a letter. She seemed worried, but that's how she always is. This time, though, she asked me to come out, and that's got me a little worried. So she normally doesn't do that. I haven't seen her in ages. Been doing guide work in Ixamiddle. But I'd do anything for her. She's a much better woman than me, so I'm here, and we'll see. Odaima I've worked with before. He doesn't usually drive a route this way, but he's doing it for me. Okay, so she's actually the reason we are on this road. Tell me about yourself. I've got simple needs. I like open skies and far horizons. I find work that lets me live that way. My family wanders too. We started in Direwood, but my parents ended up in the Living Lands. I've got a brother in Rautai and another in Adir. My sister in Gilded Vale. She's the only real homebody. So she's got a brother in Rautai. That's where I'm from. What can you tell me about Direwood? I'm not much for history, but from what I know, it used to be the part of the Adir Empire broke off after a war some years back. The locals here are feisty, and that's how they like it. I've been out of touch, but I've been hearing weird kinds of things about it lately. People having trouble giving birth, I guess. A lot of them been going on for years now, but sometimes it's getting worse. With an uneasy tremor in her voice, she adds, I'll have to ask my sister more about it. What's that? People having trouble giving birth? Weird. Let's get back to camp. You know, I wouldn't hold my breath that Sparful's getting you water anytime soon. He does what he feels like, when he feels like it. We should check up on him first. Slap him around a little. Stream's just down that way. Come on, let's get on your water. Let's get you your water. Oh, so that's the bridge I didn't cross before. And we updated our quest a moment's respite. That's probably because we found the berries. Yeah, find Sparfle. Sparfle seems to be in a hurry to gather. Seems to be in no hurry to gather water. I should go look for him myself. No hurry, or perhaps in trouble. Who knows? Well, there doesn't seem to be any more to do here. And this was a dead end too. And this down here is the stream. We go also the edge there. Yes, so there's nothing left for us to do but cross this bridge and see what's coming. Sparfle, hopefully, though I doubt it. Nothing is never that easy. Let's check it out.
What a surprise. Sparfle went hunting. At least he left the water skins. Come on.
So that's his water skins. Use the tab key to highlight interactive objects in the environment. Yep, I already know that from similar games. So there's a bottle over here. And there's this water skin, apparently. You crouch at the riverbank and dip your water skin into the cool water while Khaleesi waits nearby, keeping watch. As you rise, you notice her look up sharply towards the tree line. Out of the trees emerges Sparfle, one of the guides, barely discernible in the dim moonlight. He no longer carries his bow, and there's a strangeness to his gait, his stride wobbly as he moves towards you with a labored breath. What's with him? He also ill now?
Sparfle, are you all right?
Khaleesi frowns. Sparfle's toe catches on a rock and he collapses forward in a heap, the feathered shaft of an arrow planted between his shoulders like an enemy flag. So he's been shot from the back. Sounds like battle.
Ambush!
Appears you're right. Okay, so it seems we only got 2 opponents, so as we're both melee fighters, we should just simply split up and take one each, I think.
What is it?
And I will wait again with... Oh, maybe I can actually use this one right away to scare this first guy. And then she can try to knock him down. And then I can wait for the second one to come forward before I rush in on him. Oh, he's a ranged character. That doesn't work. So as soon as I'm done yelling, I'm gonna have to run over there. Well, the knockdown worked. And it appears I'm done scaring people, so let's get down here. And she's just supposed to knock him while he lies down. Excellent. And then I can scare you too, you know? With my yell. Doesn't it work? I've only spent 1. Is there a cooldown or something since it won't work? Accuracy, 1 per lets out a... I don't see any kind of cooldown from it, so why am I not allowed to use it again? There must be some kind of a cooldown. Oh, I would actually... So he's up again.
What you need?
She's gonna try and knock him down once more. And now the yell came. Okay. The knockdown succeeded again. This guy is almost dead. And this guy is almost dead. We are in control. Should we take an injury? Like I did here, it seems. I've lost 3 endurance and 3 hit points. And what can this second wind do? Gives me 30, so that's a bit of a waste. Well, it's not a waste because we have them each encounter. That's a little... Oh, not her. She should just attack. Forget about it. It was a mistake. How can I untoggle it? Oh, no. Is he dead? Oh, he's dead, so she goes down here instead. I just need to learn this, but
Well,
he can just as well do this just to... Well, maybe it doesn't make that much of a sense, really. Now we're all just gonna attack this guy. Well, too bad about Sparfle, but they weren't that dangerous, these guys, I think.
Come on, we have to get back to camp.
Yeah, we need to loot these people first. Oh, a bow? I'm probably gonna like that. And another armor that's not good enough. But let's loot it anyway.
as you
What did
wish.
the other guy have? Money. I'll take that as well. I'm not gonna leave here until I've investigated everything. I'm not in that much of a hurry. We also need to... Where is Sparfle, by the way? Is he down here somewhere? I would like if I could scroll the camera somehow. So turn it. Doesn't appear to be an option, but I don't know if it is. Well, let's just check out this map before we head back. Unless it's getting even more dangerous in here. There's some kind of mist. Mushrooms, probably more for crafting. Oops. Sorry, that was me striking my microphone. And a campsite of some sort. The footprints around the campfire are indistinct and may have been here for days or longer. So it could be those guys we just fought, or it could be someone else. Ooh, a beer. I want a beer. That all we have here? Yep. Nothing else here. Okay. So now I'm gonna go back to camp to report what we have experienced. And then we're gonna end this episode 2. In the third episode, before we start that one, I will have checked up on how to... I will look into whether or not I can turn the camera around, where the crafting ingredients go, and the weapon proficiencies, if there's something like that. So I've given myself a couple of missions to try and investigate, so I know the game better when we start out for the third time. I'm of course interested in finding out, does it make any sense to equip a fighter or a barbarian with a bow, or should I wait for a ranger for that, or could it always be a good thing? I don't know. And I don't know if they're proficient or whatever it's called in this game. So this I will look into before we start episode 3 next time. But before we end it, I would like to go back to camp and report what we have experienced here. And if I look at the journal, the Gilded Vale has not changed, or what? No, this is the same. But this one? We've been ambushed by Glenfarthern warriors at the river. Sparfle has been killed, and if the screams come from camp are any indication, we aren't the only ones under attack. Oh! The camp is under attack as well? I didn't figure that. I'll just save before... Ooh! Okay, and I was about to end my session here, my episode. Well, now we're just gonna take this battle, have this battle first. This is a Glenfarthern hunter. We don't know anything about his defenses, and we don't know about this one either. They're both hunters, even though one is equipped with a bow, and the other obviously with a shield and some kind of stabby weapon. Well, I think my tactics were pretty fine, so I'll go with that again. I will send Kalisha. I think I'll send her to knock down the archer. And then I will start by running into the middle, where I can make my barbaric yell. Oh, there's 3 of them. Dear God. Can I change her now? Can I change her to this knockdown instead? It seems like it. And I would like to go a place where I can actually reach all 3 of them with my yell. I can do that here, right? Yeah. Go ahead and yell. Okay. And then I need to move forward to that archer before he gives us any real trouble. And she needs to keep striking this guy that is knocked down. And then he came up. Well, I think I would like him to go down again. What happened there? Took a little injury, but nothing too serious, I think. What is she doing? She's not doing anything? Oh, she's prone? She can't fight while prone? Ouch.
Yes.
Okay, let's make another roll. And then finish off this guy. Does she have another knockdown? She doesn't, so now we just strike him with everything we've got here. Well, that went well too. The only thing I am sad about is that I didn't get to use my second wind to heal him before... Oh, he heals himself then. Great. Because the second wind can only be used in combat, as I could see it. Wow, they have a lot of things. Hatchets, shields, and armor. We will look into this at the next episode. Oh, that's because he looted both of them. Because they were close to each other. And another bow and another money, or more money.
Well,
Excellent. Let's check out this camp of ours. This is not good. If everybody is dead, then we are in serious trouble. They seem rather dead. Glenfarthon leader. All around you lie the massacred remains of the other travelers, peppered with arrows and knife hilts, splayed and bug-eyed and filthy. Kalisha puts the back of her left hand to her mouth as if to ward away some poisonous vapor. A handful of dark figures stands about the fallen, treading on limbs and backs and heads, jerking their axes from bodies as if from the half-split logs. One of them, towering and severe, with a thick beard tasseled with knots, holds a wet blade at the neck of the man you recognize as Heoden, the last of your caravan left standing. Heoden is the merchant, I believe. Lay down your arms, trespasser. Do not forfeit this man's life for a fight you will lose. So here's an option I cannot choose because I don't have the required lore for it. Why have you done this? You have trespassed in places of which no mortal man is worthy. You are trespassers and plunderers all, and we will see this outrage avenged. Oh, you will? So I say again, lay down your arms. Seems like he's going to kill us anyway, so... Don't trust them. They mean to kill us all, says Heoden. I agree. So a lot of options I cannot choose. We're innocent in this? Nah. Athletics 1. Rush the man before he can react. Put down your weapon now. Might 14. Only a fool attacks a weak enemy, while a stronger one yet lives. Eh. Should I really say that? Let's try it. The man considers this, looking you up and down. Yet. He shoves Heoden toward you. As he does so, the man rakes his blade against Heoden's torso. Heoden screams and stumbles forward, a wide gash in his clothing beginning to bloom crimson. The man sets his feet to engage you, his axe raised high. Okay. So, he's in trouble, Heoden, but he's still alive. What's this? Bruised ribs? Ouch. Okay. Another 3 enemies. Seems doable. What have we here? Glenfarthon Hunter. I don't understand why I can't see the defenses. There's still question marks, but I just fought some of them, so I should be able to see them, I thought. Well, find out later. So another 2 hunters and the leader. And our friend Heoden, do I control him as well? And what can he do? Oh, he's also some kind of fighter. We're all fighters. He has a blinding strike. A dirty attack that makes the opponent unable to see, inflicts extra damage, and blinds the targets. Okay, that's obvious. He's gonna do that right now against the leader. And I think I will send
What you need?
Kalicia to knock down the boss as well, perhaps.
What is
I
it?
will go in here to make my roar as soon as everybody is oh, Heoden is not well. He failed on that, that's for sure. I'll make my roar now. So now he's knocked down. Did he make his blinding strike? He's frightened and prone. It didn't work apparently. So everybody's attacking now, and I would pretty much like to just take down the leader while he is laying down. Where is he? Is he dead already? I only see this hunter standing and this hunter lying. Did we kill the leader that fast? Well, then we'll take down this guy. Oh, he's there, isn't he? No, that's him. Oh, we killed him. Excellent. And this one is done too. So let's do a knockdown on that fella.
What is
Another
it?
roar. He's not well, but he'll manage. Oh, I thought we had killed him. Oh, stupid. Well, then I
Yes.
think I will continue hitting this fella, while these two will take down this one. Oh, excellent fighting. Glenfather leader. Your enemy lies spine on the ground, unable to rise, his companions now silent among the other dead. His breath comes in wheezing, fitful gasps. He looks not at you, but at the sky above you. Forgive us, he says. Barely audible beneath his choked sighs, a whisper wind stirs the air. At this, the man's eyes roll back as he closes them. Good, good. The gods are just. A queer smile across his face. I'm ready. And now there's wind here. Is that, what did they call it, a bivouac? The wind begins to swell, whipping around the camp, electric and volatile, appending pots and rattling tents like an angry spirit. You can feel it begin to seep beneath your skin, and where it pierces you, it feels as though it's rendering you apart from within. Ouch. Seated against a wagon wheel amidst the howling maelstrom, slashed across chest and bowel, Odima's body stirs, and with great effort he raises his sagging head, his eyes barely open. He looks directly at you.
Get inside! Run!
And so we do. I will leave Odima. So this is what a bivouac is, or what? Wow. I think it's a good thing we got in there, but I wonder if we're ever gonna get to the Gilded Vale. Straining against a gale that threatens to pull you off of your feet with every step, you see your hands in the worn folds of weathered rock and set about pulling yourself up to the precipice. With the last burst of energy before your arms give out, you swing yourself up onto the ledge. Heoden trails behind, slowed by injury and delayed by early hesitation. As he nears the face of the rocks, one of the fallen attackers who had been feigning death lunges for Heoden and topples him onto the rocky ground. Oh, we're not going to get Heoden with us, are we? Well, he has bruised ribs already. Restrained, Heoden lashes out against his fatigued assailant, but struggles to break his hold. They are close to you. Despite the wind from your position, if you were to throw your weapon at the attacker, you would have a good chance of hitting your mark. Why would I want to throw my weapon at an attacker that cannot reach me? Or can they? I don't have the dexterity 15 needed to do option number 2. So, okay, so it's to try and free Heoden. Yeah, okay, let's throw the weapon. Your aim is true and the hit jars Heoden loose. Lurching to his feet, Heoden clambers up the base of the rocks. As he nears the top, however, the wind flares, pulling him sideways and tearing one of his hands free. But diving out onto the hard rock, you manage to catch hold of it. Securing his other hand, you pull with waning strength, and it feels as though your arms will be jerked from their sockets. They hold just long enough for Heoden to set his feet and join you on the trembling ledge. There is a deep resonance to the swelling wind now. You feel it in the rocks beneath your feet and inside the cavity of your own chest, as though it would shake the marrow from your bones. Each new gust menaces the old stones before you, loosening connections, unsettling balances. As you dart beneath the old archway, the entire portal begins to fall beneath its own weight. Okay. So, we have escaped into some kind of dungeon now.
Was that?
Yeah, that was the way out. So, only ways forward.
A Bewick. Had to be.
Heoden's words come between wheezing gasps.
Then we're lucky to be alive.
And we're the only ones.
We can't stay here. There could be another collapse. We're not getting out that way anyway. Let's get further inside. Can you walk?
She eyes the ragged slash across Heoden's belly. Heoden's jaw tightens. He nods. So he can just exactly walk. So, should we just check our journal before we end this episode? A moment's respite. The caravan has been ambushed by Glenfathan warriors. Illness is the least of my worries now. That's very true. This one is probably Journey to Gilded Vale. Some more has come up here. I was forced to flee into the ruins. The way back is blocked, so I'll have to hope there's another way out. Yeah, otherwise it's going to be pretty sad. And finally, the new quest, the ruins of Sealand Lease. I've now narrowly escaped the strange and deadly wind that tore through the valley, but now I'm trapped in the ancient ruins that the caravan master told us to stay clear of. So now it's to escape the ruins. I will have to find my way through the ruins to get to safety. Okay, so this is where we're gonna end it for today. As I mentioned, there's 3 things I want to check up on before I start my episode 3. One of them is what decides what weapons everyone can use. Are there proficiencies, or can anyone use any weapon? I can't seem to find the answer for that. That's one thing I would like to investigate. Then I would like to find out if I can turn the camera around or if it's fixed on this angle, like the old Baldur's Gate games 1 and 2. And then finally, I would like to find out where my ingredients have gone. Whenever I find ingredients, I don't seem to be able to see them in my inventory or my crafting page. I don't know if it's because I don't have any recipes yet, and it perhaps will show up after I learn the recipes. I don't know. These are the 3 things I want to investigate before next time. We also have another tutorial text here. You can switch to new weapon sets by selecting the weapon icon from an individual character's action bar. Yes, I think I figured that out the last time. That was what I did here. Oops. So I can... No, well, I don't know. Okay. Let's go here. Oh, where's my spear? Oh, I threw my spear, so it actually is gone. So now I only have my dagger to fight with. Okay, this is another thing I'll need to look into. Did I actually fight with both my dagger and my spear when I fought? I didn't check it. Well, there are some things I need to learn still.
Yes.
But this is where we're going to end episode 2. And I'll see you for the 3rd one. I hope you enjoy the content. I'm looking forward to see you again and to play more of this interesting game I've never played. This is, as I mentioned, a blind playthrough, and so far I like it very much. Interesting, really, a good story, likable characters. I like it so far. I hope you do too. I'll see you on the next one.